Okay, so get ready, because today we're diving into something pretty unique. The world of gourmet dates.
Gourmet dates.
You heard that right? Gourmet
I
dates.
like it.
We're going to explore the story of Bateel, a company that has basically taken this ancient food and transformed it into a global luxury brand.
Yeah.
I mean, you think of dates and you think of, something very simple, very traditional,
Right.
but they've elevated it to something really special.
Dates in high-end boutiques, who would have thought?
Exactly. That's what we're going to unpack today.
I love it.
So to start us off, Bateel started in Al Ghad, Saudi Arabia, a region known for its incredible dates.
Right. Perfect conditions for growing dates.
Right, but they didn't want to be just another date farm.
No, they wanted to do something different.
They had a bigger vision.
Exactly. The founder was really focused on quality over quantity.
Okay.
It wasn't about mass production. It was about crafting an artisanal delicacy.
Interesting. So like right from the start, they were setting themselves apart.
Absolutely. And that commitment to quality is evident in everything they do. Like what?
Well, think about it. They're using organic farming methods, hand harvesting each date.
Wow.
And they have these really rigorous quality control processes.
It sounds intense.
It's all about getting those perfect dates.
It's like they're treating each date like it's a precious gem or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's the presentation.
Oh, yeah. Their packaging is gorgeous.
Inspired by Middle Eastern art,
It's true.
turning these dates into these beautiful gifts.
Like you wouldn't be embarrassed to give that to someone.
No, not at all. It actually elevates the whole experience.
It makes it feel really special.
Precisely.
So it's not just dates, it's a whole experience.
You got it.
Okay. But they didn't just stop at basic dates. They really expanded on the concept.
Oh, absolutely.
They've got stuffed dates with gourmet fillings. They have date chocolates, pastries.
They even have date-infused honey.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So they're appealing to like a much wider audience with that kind of variety.
Yeah, a more sophisticated palate, I'd say.
Right.
So they really thought about, how to appeal to different people.
And they understood that, to reach a wider audience, they had to offer variety and innovation.
Right.
So dates become an ingredient of flavor and experience, not just something you eat on their own.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got these incredible dates, beautiful packaging, but how do they create that whole luxury experience?
Yeah. How do they bring it all together?
That's what I'm really curious about.
Well, imagine walking into a Bateel boutique.
Okay.
It's elegant, right? The dates are displayed like works of art.
Oh, wow.
And the staff are super knowledgeable and passionate about dates.
So you're not just buying dates, you're immersed in the world of dates.
Exactly. You're getting the full Bateel experience.
That's really cool. And then there are the Bateel cafes.
The cafes are amazing.
I mean, who knew you could build a whole cafe menu around dates?
Right. It's pretty impressive.
It is.
But it really showcases the versatility of dates.
Okay, how so?
Well, they're incorporated into salads, desserts, even savory dishes.
Really savory dishes with dates.
Oh, yeah, in ways you wouldn't expect.
Wow.
It's all part of creating that sophisticated and elevated experience.
That's fascinating.
It is.
Okay, so they've clearly made their mark in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But how did they go global? Was it difficult to introduce dates to a market that might not be as familiar with them?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
They were very strategic about it.
Okay.
Well, they targeted affluent consumers in Europe and Asia.
Wow.
People who appreciate premium artisanal foods with a story.
So they knew their audience.
Exactly. And they partnered with high-end retailers, luxury hotels.
Yeah.
All about positioning themselves as a luxury brand right away.
Makes sense. And their online store must have been a game changer.
Oh, huge.
Reaching people who might not even have a Bateel boutique nearby.
Exactly. It opened up a whole new world of possibilities.
So they were thinking ahead.
Oh, yeah. But beyond the marketing and branding, there's a lot of science and innovation behind Bateel's success.
Okay, now this is where I think it gets really exciting. What's happening behind the scenes that makes these dates so special?
So much goes into it.
I bet.
Well, for one, they're committed to organic farming and sustainability.
Okay.
So think water conservation, natural pest control,
That's great.
It shows their dedication not only to quality, but also to the environment.
I like that.
Yeah, and we talked about hand harvesting, but it's more than just picking them at the right time.
Right.
Each date is treated with such care. They're graded for size, color, texture. Only the best make it into a Bateel box.
So there's a lot of selection going on.
Absolutely. And then there's the innovative packaging to keep them fresh.
Right.
They've really thought of everything.
Wow. It's amazing how much goes into creating these seemingly simple dates.
It's impressive, right?
It is.
And that's the thing about Bateel. They don't just rest on their laurels.
So they're always looking for ways to improve.
Exactly. They're always researching, experimenting, pushing the boundaries of what's possible with dates.
I like that attitude.
Yeah, it's that drive that keeps them at the forefront of the gourmet date market.
It's true. You got to keep innovating.
You do. They're always innovating, that's for sure.
It's really quite remarkable. You know, when you think about it,
What did...
how they convince people to pay a premium for dates.
Right.
I mean, they're good, but luxury.
Well, that's the genius of their strategy.
Okay, how so?
It's about transforming perception.
Hmm.
Remember those exquisite boxes we talked about and the displays?
Yeah.
It's not just packaging.
Right.
It's about creating an aura of exclusivity and sophistication.
So like, you know how like a designer handbag or a perfume,
Exactly.
like the presentation is as important as the product itself.
Absolutely. It's about signaling status quality, a certain lifestyle.
And Bateel does that really well with dates.
They've mastered it. They've made dates something you'd be proud to give as a gift.
Or display on your coffee table.
Precisely.
So they really tapped into the psychology of luxury.
They did, but it's not all smoke and mirrors. They back it up with incredible quality and that fascinating story.
It's true. They have a great story.
Bateel doesn't just sell dates. They sell an experience, a connection to tradition and heritage.
I like that.
It's a story that resonates with people, especially in a world that can feel very mass-produced and impersonal.
Yeah, like you want something with a little bit more meaning.
Yeah, that's what they offer.
They do. It's like a fairy tale, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
The humble date transformed into this luxurious treasure.
It is a great story, and I think that's part of what makes them so successful.
Definitely. It goes beyond just having a great product.
Right. You got to have that story. You got to have that connection.
Absolutely. There's a yearning for authenticity for products with a soul.
That's a good way to put it.
And Bateel taps into that beautifully.
Yeah.
But let's not forget the substance behind the story.
Right.
Their organic farming and meticulous harvesting methods ensure that each date is top-notch.
Yeah, we talked about that.
They don't cut corners, they go the extra mile.
It's clear that they're committed to the quality of the dates. 100%.
But I'm also curious about their commitment to research and development.
Yeah.
We touched on it earlier. But what exactly are they doing to innovate?
Well, they're constantly exploring new varieties of dates, experimenting with different flavors and fillings,
Okay.
and even looking at ways to enhance the nutritional value.
Oh, wow.
It's about always pushing the boundaries and finding new ways to make dates even more appealing.
It's impressive.
It is. They've managed to stay true to their roots while embracing innovation and evolving with the times.
It's a delicate balance.
It is, and they've navigated it perfectly.
Yeah, they haven't lost sight of, who they are and where they come from.
Exactly. They've modernized the date without taking away its cultural significance or natural goodness.
So they've created this luxury brand. They've expanded globally. What's next for Bateel?
Good question. What does the future hold for a company that seems to have already achieved so much?
Right.
Well, that's the exciting part.
What is it?
They're not the type to rest on their laurels. I think we can expect to see them continuing to push the boundaries of the gourmet date experience.
In what way?
They're always looking for new ways to surprise and delight their customers.
Give me some specifics. I'm eager to hear your predictions.
Well, I think we'll see them expanding their product line even further.
Okay.
We've already seen them move beyond dates with products like date chocolates, date-infused honey gourmet spreads.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised to see them venturing into completely new categories.
Like what other kinds of products could they create using dates? I'm having trouble picturing it.
Well, think about the health and wellness trend.
Okay.
Dates are packed with nutrients and antioxidants.
That's true.
They could easily create date-based beauty products or health supplements.
Wow. Date-based beauty products.
Yeah.
A whole new level of luxury. I never would have thought of that.
Right. But it makes sense given the growing demand for natural and organic ingredients in the beauty industry.
Okay. You've convinced me. Date-infused face masks. Here we come. What else do you see in Bateel's future? Where else could they take this brand?
I think they'll also continue to focus on sustainability and ethical sourcing.
Right.
Consumers are becoming increasingly conscious of the environmental and social impact of the products they buy.
Right.
And Bateel is well positioned to cater to that demand.
They've already implemented some impressive sustainability initiatives, like their organic farming practices and water conservation efforts.
Exactly, and I think they'll double down on those efforts, perhaps even becoming a leader in sustainable date production.
Okay.
Imagine them partnering with environmental organizations, developing even more eco-friendly packaging, and really making sustainability a core part of their brand identity.
That would be a powerful message,
Yeah.
especially given the growing concern about climate change and its impact on agriculture. It would resonate with consumers who are looking for brands that align with their values.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the potential for further global expansion. While they're already present in many key markets, there's still plenty of room for growth,
Where do you see them going?
especially in regions like North America and South America, where the demand for gourmet and healthy foods is on the rise.
I can totally see Bateel boutiques popping up in cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Sao Paulo.
Oh, yeah, they'd be a perfect fit for those sophisticated, health-conscious markets.
Definitely.
And they could even tailor their product offerings to local tastes and preferences. Imagine date-infused smoothies in California or date-based energy bars for busy professionals in New York.
That's interesting.
The possibilities are
This
endless.
is getting me excited. I can't wait to see what Bateel does next. They've already proven they're not afraid to innovate and push boundaries. Who knows, maybe one day we'll even see Bateel-branded date vineyards in Napa Valley.
No, that would be a sight to see, but I think it speaks to the power of vision and the ability to transform something ordinary into something extraordinary.
It really does.
The teal has shown that with the right approach, even the humble date can become a symbol of luxury and indulgence.
And there's a lesson in there for all of us, right? It's about seeing the potential in the unexpected, challenging the status quo, and believing that even the most traditional things can be reinvented and elevated.
That's a great takeaway. It's a reminder that innovation can come from anywhere and that sometimes the most familiar things can hold the greatest surprises. But I think Bateel's story also highlights the importance of understanding your audience and creating a brand that truly resonates with them. They've managed to connect with people on like an emotional level,
Yeah.
tapping into our desire for authenticity and our appreciation for like quality craftsmanship.
And they've done it with dates of all things.
Right. It's not the first thing you think of when you think luxury.
Not at all, but they've made it work.
They have. They've tapped into that nostalgia for tradition, that desire for something real in a world that often feels very artificial.
It's true. Like, we crave that sometimes.
We do think about it. Dates have been a part of human culture for millennia.
Wow.
They're mentioned in ancient texts, they're woven into religious traditions, and they're a symbol of hospitality in many cultures.
So they have this really deep-rooted history, this connection to something bigger than ourselves.
Exactly.
And Bateel has managed to capture that essence and make it relevant to a modern audience.
It's like they've taken something ancient and familiar and given it a fresh contemporary spin.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They've made dates aspirational.
It's true. You wouldn't necessarily think of dates that way.
No, not traditionally, but they've changed that.
It really shows their understanding of the modern consumer.
They get it.
Like, people are looking for more than just a product these days.
Right. They want meaning, connection, and experience that goes beyond the superficial.
They want something more.
Exactly. It's about conscious consumption supporting brands that align with your values. And Bateel ticks all those boxes.
They do.
They're ethical, sustainable, committed to quality, and they have a beautiful story to tell.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? What can we learn from Bateel's success? What makes them such a fascinating case study?
Well, there's several key lessons here, I think.
Okay, what are they?
First, the power of vision. Bateel had a clear idea of what they wanted to achieve, and they never wavered from that vision.
So they had a goal, and they stuck to it.
Exactly. They saw the potential in something that others overlooked, and they went for it.
They weren't afraid to be different.
Exactly. And second, the importance of quality and attention to detail.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Bateel never compromises on quality, from the way they grow their dates to the way they package and present them.
Right.
That commitment to excellence justifies their premium pricing and sets them apart.
It's all about the details.
It is. And finally, the power of storytelling and emotional connection.
Okay.
Bateel has created a brand that resonates with people on a deeper level. It's not just about dates. It's about heritage, authenticity, and a sense of belonging.
Right.
They've given people a reason to care, a story to connect with.
I like that.
So if you're looking to build a successful brand, take a page from Bateel's playbook.
Okay, I'm listening.
Have a clear vision, focus on quality, and tell a story that connects with your audience.
Great advice.
That's how you create something truly special.
And you never know. You might just be the next one to transform a humble traditional product into a global luxury sensation.
You could be the next Bateel.
What a great note to end on. I'm inspired.
Me too.
And now I'm definitely craving some gourmet dates.
Yeah, me too. It's amazing how something as simple as a date can be elevated to such heights.
That's the magic of Bateel. They've shown us that anything is possible with a little creativity, passion, and a whole lot of dates.
And a good story.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and be sure to check out Bateel if you haven't already. You won't be disappointed.